So I just saw The Fall Guy in theaters again for the third time. It was really good and really enjoyed it. And I wasn't planning on seeing it for a third or even second time, but I would gladly see it fourth and fifth as many times as I had an excuse to. If I had a friend who hadn't seen it or whatever reason I had to go see it, I would see it again because it's just that great of a movie. It's so much fun, so good to see it in theaters. Definitely recommend it. And I'll just talk a little bit about it. I guess I've been wanting to respond to it since the first time I saw it when it first came out, and didn't get the chance. So I wanted to go ahead and say something now, at least about the movie and its relation to other movies. Um, it was great. It's a lot of fun. It's, as they describe in a unique message about turning off your phones at the beginning, a love letter to stuntmen. And it's also just kind of a love letter to movies in general. It's got great movie making stuff, got great acting and script. The story's great. I'm not going to spoil anything here, but like the music is great. It's really well done. It's just a very movie. It really makes you glad that movies exist, and this is one of them. But no, it really elevates movies in a way that feels good. I'm glad I'm responding to this right after getting back from seeing the movie, even though it's sweltering hot. That's one reason why. Well, it's why I'm sweating, but it's also one reason why I saw the movie. It's like 97 degrees outside, and I was just going to the bank, but thought, hey, it's cool in the movies. It's discount day, $6 a ticket. So for $12 to sit in a movie theater for 2 hours was enticing enough without even knowing what we were going to go see. And then we went to go see what was available, and Fall Guy was the thing that most interested us. It was Fall Guy or Inside Out, which I haven't seen, but again, I would rather see Fall Guy for a third time than Inside Out 2 the first time. Don't know how it's doing in the box office. I feel like it probably should be doing better than it is, but that's the way I felt about Furiosa and even Garfield, even though Garfield was number two for a little while at least, maybe number one for a little while as well. I wish people were trending to see Gar Furiosa like they did for Barbenheimer. I didn't see Oppenheimer, but Barbie was great. But I feel like Gar Furiosa would be even better. Furiosa was awesome. Garfield was awesome. Just one of the best movies ever. It was so good. But yeah, this is one of the best movies ever too. I would say it's so well done. I'm so glad to see it three times so far in the theaters, and hope that you do too. I was gonna say it's even better the third time, but I felt myself thinking, oh, I'm jealous because the theater was pretty packed. I wouldn't be surprised if it's doing well in the box office, but or if it's even gaining popularity. The theater may have been more packed than either of the two times I saw it before, or it may have been in a larger theater at the first time. Anyway, theater was pretty packed, and everybody was enjoying it. Like I heard, laughs coming from all parts of the theater, and could tell that everybody was enjoying the movie. But I did have that feeling when it started, like, oh, I wish I was you guys seeing this for the first time. Like I had the envy of people seeing it for the first time. But even knowing what was going on, knowing some of the mystery and stuff, again, I won't spoil it, but it was good. What I will talk about is the characters and the actors. Ryan Gosling and as Cole or Colt, and Colt Seavers, and Colt Danger or slash Colt Profesh Seavers. Okay, I spoiled something. That's all I'm gonna spoil. Or Emily Blunt. Um, gosh, what was her name? Anyway, I'm so super hot in here. I'm not gonna get tripped up on that right now. I haven't seen her in too much before. I saw her in Jungle Cruise. And it's Jungle Cruise is feminist enough that they've got jokes about her wearing pants. It's feminist enough for what you're. It's a great movie. Jungle Cruise is a lot of fun. I haven't seen her in other things, so my impression of her is that she plays this strong feminist character, or I don't know how to put it, a strong character who is also has some strong feminist messages. Is how I would say it. Not so much that she's a strong feminist character, but a strong character who's also has some strongly feminist messages. And the movie is made in a way that um, is an elevation of how movies often depict women. So you could say, maybe not as much as some other movies have done, but still something noticeable for 2024. And good in that way. I would say or Ryan Gosling, who played Ken as Colt Seavers, is a continuation of that character. The feminism of her as a director is definitely more than the feminism of her wearing pants or being the hero of Jungle Cruise. I mean, it's similar. There's similar roles and types of uh, elevation, and the romance is really good in this movie. The romance and action, just everything you go to a movie for, is really good in this movie. But what I really specifically wanted to talk about is how, for me, having really only seen her in Jungle Cruise, and most recently seeing Ryan Gosling, I don't know what else I might have seen him in, but in Barbie as Ken, how it's interesting this movie continuing those aspects of their character, meaning the actor's character, like the brand of the actor. And again, I don't know anything about what their brand used to be, or if this is always their brand, or a evolution of it, or further growth of it. But for instance, Ken, he's kind of an anti-hero in Barbie. I'm just going to presume that you've seen Barbie at least. And some of the it's way too hot for my cat to be sitting on me to try to continue this. But some of the interesting things in um, Barbie is how they expose like the corporate culture makers, and that's okay. Somewhat continued. I'm gonna give up. This is ridiculous. I don't know why the cat always wants to sit on me when I'm making a video, and pretty much at no other time. But it's 98 degrees outside, and like I'm sweating because I'm upstairs and the air doesn't reach up here as well. But like, oh my gosh, like, sorry, I wish I could have done this, but um, thanks for listening to this much anyway. I'll just redo it sometime when it's not so hot. But yeah, just it's kind of exciting to see these characters in new roles, but also continuing a storyline to the actors and some of the characters that the actor has portrayed. The movie's kind of self-referential in lots of ways and lots of fun. So go see it, enjoy Fall Guy, and go see Gar Furiosa while you have a chance to see both of them in theaters. I still haven't seen them both on the same day, but they were both good when I did see them. So hopefully the box office will reflect the goodness of these movies, and people will realize it while they still have a chance to see them, and give other people a chance to see them too. So, but it was nice to see more people in Fall Guy, even like I said, than had been in the past. Maybe also because it was such a hot day, everybody else wanted a $6 ticket to beat the heat. But man, it was a great show. And thanks. And I kind of wish I could go back to the theater right now and watch another one because it's so hot. But I got to go to work.